Welcome back, everybody, to episode number 87 of Off the Field Podcast. Can you tell that we just got back from Europe, Chartreuse and I? She's back in the house. I like to include guests that were with me on trips when we do these episodes. You enjoyed Europe, yes?
I did. Apologies if my voice is weird. Did get sick after traveling, but it was a blast. Worth the colds, for sure.
Yeah, as you can tell, we're dressed for the occasion. I'm in my lederhosen. She's in her drindle. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, we definitely got sick, a majority of us. I'm feeling it. I think we pretty much have the same symptoms.
Probably.
Yeah, congested ears and cough. That's like my main thing.
Mm-hmm.
Your voice is much better than what it was when we landed.
Oh, yeah. If it was right when we landed, oh, my gosh, you wouldn't even be able to hear me through the mic.
Were you talking like a mouse? Were you like...
I was like, hi, how are you?
Can I get a caramel?
No, literally.
It was literally that. He was like, excuse me? I'm like, I'm trying my best.
Me and her were the worst combo because of her voice, and the congestion in my ears made it hard to hear. Yeah. So the amount of times I had to turn to her and be like, what?
I was just like, I give up. Like, I couldn't.
So we're going to have a lot to talk about from that big Europe trip, obviously. So before we start yapping on and on and on about that, I want to talk about sports a little bit. College football had some pretty big news this past weekend. Vanderbilt versus Alabama. Vandy, huge upset as they beat Alabama, who is ranked. And they stormed the field, their fans. Did anybody see this before I continue on? Do you know where I'm going?
Didn't they get fined?
They did get fined. Yeah. The school got fined. But they took down the goalpost.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah.
But this next thing I've never seen. They carried it 3 miles.
I can't even walk 3 miles with nothing in my hands.
It was mob mentality. It was a huge crowd carrying a goalpost 3 miles.
Jeez.
They threw it into a river.
Yeah!
Wow. I mean, that's the way to do it, honestly.
Yeah.
I was so bummed. I thought you were going to say they just dropped it. No. Yeah, it landed
There's
somewhere.
videos of them making progress, like getting farther and farther.
Just from different people's POVs,
yes.
like a camera here, and then right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That is one of the most crazy things I've ever seen, with the storming of the field, tearing down the goalpost. To carry it 3 miles and throw it into a river, that's impressive.
Super impressive.
I'm not going to lie. And MLB playoffs is fully in swing as well. As we film this, every single series is 1-1. There's no 2-0s. And I think the one that has our attention the most, obviously because we're all California local, is Padres and Dodgers.
It's a bloodbath down there in San Diego right now.
It really does feel like a bloodbath.
How was game one? I mean, everybody, if you are subscribed to his channel like you guys should be, you would see that he uploaded that he was there at game one.
Yes, and I basically passed out trying to make that video. So,
oh, dude, get my man some Robitussin.
We're hanging on. All my medical drugs. They're over there.
I see a nice little Vicks. I see a Listerine.
There's some Afrin. There's some Sudafed.
Is that a Magnum?
What?
It's a nose spray.
Yeah. But, yeah, game one was a madhouse, definitely. Dodgers controlled most of that. Saw Ohtani's first playoff homer.
You got to admit, though, even though you hate seeing him in those colors,
yep,
that thing was beautiful, though.
I was happy that I got to see it. Yeah, I mean, that was the reason I wanted to go, to say that I saw it, say I was there for his first game. But game two definitely had more of the storylines. Mm-hmm. If you guys watched it, you know most of what I'm talking about. But if you're not caught up, let's talk a little bit about that. So it started with Profar robbing Mookie Betts of a home run, and nobody knew if he caught it or not.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah, literally in like the little web of his glove, and the fan literally was like, oh shit, you caught that? Okay, all right. And he's all jumping up and down. Like, I'd be hyped too. Yeah. I saw some of our Dodger friends. They were like, no, how are you going to act like that? Blah, blah, blah. It's the playoffs. Mm-hmm. You made a sick catch against one of your, and I don't care because there's still some people out there that will not admit this. Your biggest rivals, Dodgers and Padres, are a rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. I still can't believe half the people, and these are people you watch on Dodger films, still will not admit the Padres are a rival. This is as of yesterday to where they were saying this.
I have not been keeping up with any of the inner drama between friends and that rivalry going.
I don't even entertain them because I know if I say something, they're just going to get even more mad and they're going to make more nonsense. And It's not worth my time.
It's not worth anybody's time.
And plus, we have a podcast to air out our opinions. So
Exactly.
yeah, that was a crazy catch. Well deserved to taunt as much as you want, if you ask me. So yeah, Mookie even thought he homered. Mookie literally was doing his like, and he's like, oh, not a homer.
Awkward.
Yeah, awkward. And then have you seen how this game started?
I did not. Oh well, didn't Machado get hit on the play by Freddie?
Mookie homered to start the game, and this time it went off of Profar's tip.
Oh shit.
He almost did it again. Same spot. It would have been insane. But yeah, that was just to start game 2 and just causes all the rest of that game to fall into a hurricane of madness. Profar later in the game takes a baseball, goes to the fan that would have caught it if Profar didn't, and he hands it to him with a smile. He says, here, have a ball. And the fan takes it and hucks it back onto the field.
Wow.
That's the video I've seen.
Yes.
I've definitely seen that, and Provar's just looking back at him like, what the?
Yeah.
I guess.
And most of those people you watch at Dodger films are like, nah, you're yelling at our fans, blah, blah, blah. Did you see the part where he handed him a baseball nicely with a smile before it turned into madness? Because that fan chucked it, and he didn't chuck it anywhere near him, I'll admit it. But then that caused more fans. Another one chucked it, this one like a few feet from Profar, then another one, and another one. Then you go to right field. People are throwing beers at Tatis. And my favorite part is they're just like, not doing a damn thing, and the Dodger fans are the ones being immature, irresponsible, and Tatis is literally just like, I'm just gonna smile. I'm just gonna smile, and you guys are gonna lose your freaking heads because you can't accept that you're down right now. And they were showing it. They were losing it. And then it just allowed the Padres to keep taunting and taunting and taunting. And I love that. And currently, as we're filming, Padres are up 6-5.
in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, hopefully they hold that. Yep. And the last big topic from game 2, the Manny Machado throw. Did you see this?
Yes.
Did you see it?
I don't think so.
So they were warming up. And, you know, when you're done warming up, you throw the warm-up ball back to the dugout. Manny Machado plays third. The third base dugout is the Dodgers. So, you know, you're going to throw it over there. And the ball boy picks it up. You carry on. He did it, and it was right at the Dodgers manager in the dugout. And people were like, oh, he aimed it at him. It was unsettling. That's what the Dodgers manager said to see. And I love it because Javi was going off on how that was like the most disgusting thing he's ever seen. Posted it on his account, and all the comments were how soft the Dodgers are. And I'm like,
Agreed.
Yep.
Agreed.
I saw a bunch of comments and loads of posts from people's like sides and opinions.
yeah.
I'm kind of on the same boat. It doesn't look like he did it like completely intentional. I mean,
Yeah.
granted, he did it with force that probably was not needed by a third baseman like him.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just kind of
He threw it on like 3 hops.
Yeah, it was
So-
3 hops, and then it went off the fence, or did it go into the dugout?
It hit
like,
off the fence. It went boom, boom. And Dave Robertson didn't even noticed until Teoscar Hernandez got on the top step and was like, yo, what the hell?
I saw that immediately after where he's like,
Yeah.
he's
yeah.
just signing. You
And
can't
then they
even see
sent the video to MLB and want him suspended for a game or 2.
Wow.
Bunch of babies, if you're asking me.
it. What I love too is that the game that if he does get suspended would be in the next year.
I feel like they could suspend him 1 playoff game.
I thought suspensions work within the next year.
I don't know.
Oh,
But actually, I think you're right.
Have you ever seen a suspension go into the postseason or get?
No, I think you're right. I think it would be like to start the next season.
because I remember when people get penalized or suspended in that sense.
Yeah.
you'd be like a week out towards the beginning of the year.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think it's to start the next season. Yeah. And to follow all that, Manny Machado brings the Padres to a team meeting in the middle of the dugout, and they go on to hit like 3 more homers after that.
Heck yeah.
It was a slaughter in game 2.
Oh, that being said, shame on Tatis. I know he's probably
Why?
listening to this. He didn't homer when you were there.
Oh, that's just
yeah.
normal. At this point, I go to game 1, he doesn't homer. Game 2, he hits 2 homers.
That's
Game 3,
crazy.
have you been watching game 3?
Yeah.
I just got here, brother.
He homered today.
Oh my
I love
god!
how- yeah, crazy.
And Gabe's there right now. Gabe's actually at Petco Park.
He loves Gabe. Gabe
Yeah.
has seen many of his homers. Me, 0.
I feel like I've even seen one.
You've seen one?
I think
Yeah.
you have. I think I
Yeah.
remember she posted a story and I was like, watch, he homered when she goes
Yeah,
there.
yeah, you're right.
And I look at the box score, I'm like, of course he did.
Yeah.
This guy will homer for everyone except for Austin Kleschka. I don't know. He's just got a problem with Austin Kleschko for some reason. But yeah, to me, Dodger fans, it showed how immature and irresponsible you are when you're getting your ass kicked. Doesn't mean you get to throw things at the players because you're mad at them. And it really shows and represents your whole fan base. Okay? That's what everyone sees on social media.
It's looking horrible, man. It's not fighting. It's not helping the fight of trying to beat the allegations of, oh, we're not that bad of a fan base. We're not that toxic. You guys are pretty
And it
toxic.
was crazy because that huge game we all went to when it was Angels-Yankees, those Yankee fans were pretty brutal. And at that time, I was like, you know what? Yankee fans are above Dodger fans now. After this, I think Dodger fans have gone
they've
back
taken the
over
cake.
Yankee fans. So it's just going to be a battle between those two forever. I don't have to deal with the Yankees as much. So I think that's why I need to just keep the Dodgers up there. They're never switching again. I really hope the Padres and the power of friendship can get this job done. Okay, there we go. We got one out to start the seventh. Love that. Anyways, we've talked about our sports, and I want to just get one final bracket call from all of us before it gets to the final stage on who we think the World Series is going to be and who we think it's going to win it.
Uh-huh.
I'm just going to go Guardians and Padres, and I'm going to say Padres because of how hot they are right now.
Padres and how much?
Padres in 5.
5? I was gonna say I see 6 in that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the classic, the repeat, Yankees Mets.
Oh, Subway Series.
For some reason, I really want to see a Subway Series.
Okay, a repeat of 2000.
Now that though, for sure, the Mets would probably take them 7 games.
Yeah.
I think the momentum that they're building up is pretty hot, just like they were in 2015.
I
Because
was
when they
gonna
turn it on, they could turn it on.
I was going to say, if it's a World Series of who's hot right now, it'd be, well, actually, no, that's not possible. An NLCS of who's hot right now, Mets and Padres.
Oh, that's going to be a great
That
game.
was
If it
going to be
happens,
my
I hope
choice,
not.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Well, you can pick one of them to represent the
I
NL.
know. Shoot. I mean, I'm going to go Padres. I like
Okay.
them a little bit more.
Uh-huh.
Maybe Yankees.
Okay.
Yeah, because our friends Emily and Christian, who we may talk about later,
Oh, yes.
I'll go for them.
We will definitely talk about them and start talking about our Europe trip.
Now, even though I couldn't be there, I did have some German chocolate cake in memory of you guys.
Oh, thank you.
I will
so
say
much.
that. And I got to say, along with right now, you guys were stunting all over Europe.
Thank you.
You guys were fitted out.
A lot of people told me I look natural in Lederhosen.
Well, you got the build.
Thank
I
you.
think I should just wear this every day, to be honest.
Yeah.
So correct me if I'm wrong. It's not wench, right? Is that the term?
What?
What?
Isn't that like
Her outfit?
Yeah, isn't like a wench? Isn't that a
No.
thing?
No.
I'm a drindle. I have more than a
Yeah, it's a
drindle.
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 I forget,
Isn't,
like,
isn't wench like old term for like whore?
Oh, is it? I don't even know.
think
I went to a
forget, like,
restaurant.
what the ladies holding the beers were called.
Yeah,
I
because
don't
I went to a
remember.
restaurant. They were like, "Oh, ask the wench for like a beer or
Oh,
like, a drink."
maybe. Okay.
Maybe that's just a code word for a server. Never mind. I'm so
I don't know,
sorry.
but I gotta say, drindles make all girls look amazing. Huh?
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
They
Austin.
all look beautiful, man. Now
Every single one.
tell the people who went from the immediate softball crew if they don't know already.
Well, it was me, Chartreuse, Jasmine, and Art. We all went up to the airport together. Jasmine in airports are a nightmare.
Why, bro?
Yeah.
Every single time I hear something with Jasmine in an airport, it's always something.
Look,
Don't tell me she forgot her passport, like something scandalous.
Not forget
Oh
it.
my
Not forget
Oh,
it.
bro, she used a screenshot. She used a screenshot, didn't she?
well, no, she did forget her passport.
No.
No, at one point she
At
forgot.
one point, it went missing.
Yeah, she didn't forget it at home.
Yeah. It was with her. She went through 2 flights.
We were fine. Although, well, actually, before we even get to that, let's start with L.A.
Okay.
And
how
this
was
guy
LA?
that delayed our flight
Oh,
30
shoot.
minutes. I
Yeah,
wanted
that
to
was
sock
rough.
this guy. You talked about it with me a little bit because I posted it on my story. This guy was 3 rows in front of me.
Yeah.
And we're doing our lap to get to the straightaway to take off and zoom into the sky. And he's like, I got to go. And then he's going to the restroom. And luckily, there's an attendee right there. And he's like, dude, we're about to take off. Just sit down. And so he goes back. And we're right there on the straightaway. And he's like, no, I can't hold it. And he just goes. And he had to go. He was the window seat. So the middle and aisle seat had to let him out.
Oh my god.
So he
Rough.
goes, and that caused us, we couldn't go. We had to take another lap, which took 30 more minutes.
30 minutes for a
And we
lap.
already had an hour and a half connection to, like,
Oh, yeah.
with the other one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, nah.
So that happens. We make it to Atlanta, our first stop.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen so many people go boom, like out of their seats
Yeah.
because of connecting flights. Ours wasn't the worst compared to most people on that plane.
Was your guys' gate like relatively close?
No, it
No.
wasn't. There was another lady who she was like, I have like 8 minutes to make my flight.
Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
Well, I know if you do tell, and that's for the fans too, if you do let the attendants know, they will let you up early.
Yeah.
No, then again, you have to have a connection that's like,
Dude, it was our whole flight.
Yeah.
ooh, that's crazy.
As soon as I saw that many people bolt up, I was like, okay, we got more time than these people.
Yeah.
So, you guys went from LAX. Where'd you guys connect?
To Atlanta.
Atlanta.
And then
That is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Atlanta is like the busiest airport known to man.
And then Atlanta to Paris.
Oh,
And then Paris is where everything started to happen.
Yep.
Perrier.
So we made it all the way to customs. No problem. I scan my boarding pass. Cheyenne scans her boarding pass. Art scans his boarding pass. And we're doing our loops, right? I make the first loop and I'm like, I see Cheyenne and Art. Where's Jasmine? She's still at the scanning. And I'm like, oh no. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, my boarding pass isn't here. And I'm like, okay, well, there's a kiosk literally right next to it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, go to that kiosk and get the boarding pass. For some reason, it wouldn't work at that kiosk.
Yeah.
Like always.
And she had to go all the way back to where we were and do it up there. And I just was like, do we do one man goes down or the whole ship goes down? I was like 50-50. And I
waited.
Cheyenne waited. I was so torn. And as soon as I saw Art do this, I was like, we're going. I was like, your face just spoke 1,000 words. And
Bro
so,
told a novel without saying shit.
no,
Dude.
he did.
Oh my.
He did. I was,
Keep in mind, guys, it's kind of hard to piss off Art. Art's just like a cheery guy.
It's true.
and then Cheyenne went with her.
I didn't go with her. I just like waited outside.
So you were waiting with her though.
Yeah, I waited until she got back, and then I was like, oh my gosh, it's cutting it way too close. Like it was getting like to a point where it was like 20 minutes before takeoff.
And I'm messaging her telling her customs is bad.
Yeah.
20 minutes before takeoff. Keep in mind, they close the doors either 10 or 15 minutes before.
Yeah, exactly. So we're freaking out. I decided to like start going towards like the security where they like check your bags again.
Yeah.
And as soon as I go through, I see Jasmine behind me, and I'm like, oh, thank the Lord. Things are looking up. She's right behind me. We go through security together. We get to the customs line. Customs line's long as heck. She's like, they're like, okay, get your passports ready. Get your passports ready. I look down. Jasmine looks up. She says, Cheyenne, I don't know where my passport is. I just had it, and it's not here. She looked through it twice. I was like, girl, what? And so she's like, just get on the plane without me. Just leave. Just go.
You know where it was? Back where she went to go get the boarding pass.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't
What?
there.
Where was it?
She went all the way back to the boarding pass area because that's where she thought it might be.
Okay, this is what I was led to believe.
Yeah, no, it wasn't there. So she comes back and she's just like, are you sure it's not in the security line? Ends up being in one of the damn bins where we were checking our
where you
bags
drop
in.
your stuff.
My
Yeah,
God.
it was there the whole time. And she like realized after and was like maybe like 5 minutes too late to our plane.
And I'm telling her the whole time too because I felt nervous with Art.
Yeah.
And I grabbed an employee and I said, hey, we board in 20 minutes. Can we please cut everybody? And he was like, yeah. And he let us up. Yeah. We still ran to our gate. She ended up running to the gate.
Yeah.
We see her and we're like, they made it. And as she gets closer, we're like, we're still missing one.
Yep. And like I kept messaging her. I was like, girl, it's getting delayed. It's getting delayed. I think you have time. I think you have time. Like, please don't give up. But I think at that point, she just
yeah.
It was down for the count.
There was one girl where we were like, oh, Jasmine. It wasn't Jasmine.
Yeah. And
then there was another one, which I knew wasn't Jasmine, but Art was like, Jasmine? And I looked immediately. I was like, that is not Jasmine. She didn't make it. And
She did not.
We were all sitting next to each other on the plane. And Art goes, you know, out there right now, they're on the loudspeaker going, Jasmine Reyes.
Yeah. And after she told us that literally on the loudspeaker, because we dropped off her wallet. With
we had her wallet.
We had her wallet. So
my.
we had to drop it off with the ticket agent. And as she's like running over to the gate where like we're already on the plane. We're already pretty much taken off. They're like, Jasmine, Jasmine Reyes, Wallet. This is like her. This is how she always tells the story.
Yeah.
It's the funniest thing ever.
In their French accent.
Yeah.
Love it.
And she's like at the gate as they're saying it. So she's like,
Me.
that's me.
Yeah.
Like, can you shut up? Like,
Yeah.
So we made it.
Yep.
She did get a flight that landed 3 hours after us.
Yep.
So not that bad.
Too
At
bad.
least she was there, bro.
Not too
Yeah.
bad.
She
At least
didn't
she
miss
was there.
much, if we're being honest. She only missed our welcome dinner, which was only lasagna
Very quick
and bread.
dinner, so meh.
Yeah. She didn't really miss anything.
She missed shots at the Irish pub though.
How dare you say
Oh,
just
yeah.
lasagna?
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Lasagna is delicious.
It was good, but like in the grand scheme of what she missed,
Not that much.
like she
Yeah.
really didn't miss much.
No. If they hit her with, we can get you a flight like in 2 days, that'd be horrible.
That would have been terrible, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because this trip we were bang, 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 moving to place to place to place.
Yep.
And we landed, had our dinner, and then we went to go check out the canals. Me, Cheyenne, and Art, and our friend Tyler.
Yeah.
And then we did that, ran into another part of our travel group. These big international trips, we always go with this travel group called EF Ultimate Break. You meet a ton of cool people. And then we mixed our groups and had shots and beers at an Irish pub bar
It was
in
fun.
Italy.
How big
Great
was
time.
the group on this trip?
38 people.
It's
For some reason, I was
huge.
expecting 50.
For-
38's a lot, though.
For reference, my Japan one was 19.
yeah,
so-
it's double the size, almost double.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
insane.
it was like it was 38 in our group
Yeah.
and then like 42 in another group at the same exact time, but we just traveled separately.
Separately.
Same company, just separate like parties or
Yeah.
separate.
They
plans.
were the fancier one, EF Plus.
plus.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
always a plus.
We're the cooler
but
ones.
apparently we got the better end of the deal,
Yeah, we did.
Probably.
Actually.
which to me is kind of fucked because you're paying for the EF Plus.
How much of a
If-
difference is the plus?
Well, the
I don't know, but from what our tour guide told us, apparently it was a coin toss that decided
yeah,
who got
like
like
we
the
got a
best.
hotel in Venice rather than a hostel.
Yeah,
And then we got to sleep in most of the mornings.
a better dinner in Switzerland.
Better dinner in Switzerland.
Oh, so like better planning as a whole.
Yeah.
Well, like it's determined like who gets what between the groups, but I was like, don't they have to pay more than we do? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I would be pretty heated if I paid more and I'm getting the shit end of the stick.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Especially hotel to hostel. Like hostel's cool. Don't get me wrong. I've never stayed in one. It
I
looks
prefer
awesome.
the hostel.
yeah,
honestly.
you told me she saw the hostel.
Yeah,
And she said it
I
was
went
better.
the night after and like went to their hostel because they had beer pong, and I was like, dang, that would have been much more fun. They had drinks all night.
Could you explain to the people what a hostel is in case they don't know?
Yeah, so a hostel is basically a form of a hotel, but you're pretty much like in a room with other people. So if you're with a group, you can book a room with a group. It's usually bunk beds. Or if you're alone, you might be booked with other people. Like me and Jasmine stayed in a hostel in San Diego, actually. And it was like us two girls and like two guys randomly in the room. So it just kind of happens that way. But they also like make it where it's like more fun for our age. So there's
Yeah.
always bars. There's always like, they always like plan things for you to do.
It's pretty much always
yeah.
cheaper also.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
cheaper and really geared towards like people our age most of the time.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I'm guessing, okay, so from what I've experienced, actually, a room or a night at a hotel for one night, let's say it's like 120. How much is a hostel? Like 50 bucks for the bed?
But yeah, could
Yeah.
be even
Wow.
less. Yeah, I'm a big fan of hostels. They're always, honestly, in my opinion, they've always been way more fun than staying at a hotel. Just because of the events that they put on. I think the first night in Venice, the other group got like a whole like live DJ.
What?
And like we just got a hotel. Like
Yeah.
that's all.
See, it does sound a lot warmer than a hotel. Hotel, now that I
our
see the
Italy-
difference, it's like a little colder.
Yeah, in
Our-
terms of like wanting to like get to know people, I would have preferred a hostel.
Our Italy hotel had bomb hot chocolate though.
It was nice.
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you guys got breakfast in the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, every
breakfast was
hotel we had
included.
breakfast included. We had to wake up early as hell though.
Yeah.
It'd be like that, brother.
Yeah, my clock was definitely adjusted. I've been waking up at 8 in the morning
Yeah.
ever since
same.
I got home. Are you proud of me?
See, that's what explains you texted me at 10:30.
Yeah.
I was so appalled. Well, not appalled, but I was very confused.
Yeah, that's not like me.
Now, Venice was the first stop of your guys' trip, correct?
Yep.
What was the favorite food? What was your guys' favorite food that you guys had?
Cannoli.
Of course.
Oh, yours the cannoli?
Yeah.
I was gonna go with the gnocchi, the like lunch we had. You had the lobster
pasta?
That was
Your
looked
guys'
good.
pasta did look really good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I was about to bring that up. You guys are reading the notes before me. No, I'm kidding. It looked like you ate Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, I had lobster
Larry.
taglione or something like that.
Now, your spread that you had on your post, That looked delicious.
It looked good. We had
Dude,
a
the
margarita
pizza.
pizza to share.
Oh my
It was funny because she got it, Jasmine got it, Tyler got it, and then Art goes, "What'd you guys all get?" Yeah, that.
Yeah. It was
And
good though.
What was it like in Venice? Was it cold? Was it hot?
no, it was
It
great
was,
weather.
Yeah, me and Jasmine were in sundresses.
Yeah.
Like, it was like a little gloomy, but like sun
Yeah.
was peeking out. It was pretty nice.
Yeah, I just had a T-shirt on. California weather, if you ask me.
Yeah, it really was, honestly.
And then, we walked around with a tour guide for a while. She took us to a glass factory. It was pretty cool. I'm not wearing my bracelet, but I have a bracelet that's made from the glass of that factory somewhere over there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had our pasta, delicious. My cannolis, delicious. Gelato,
Oh,
delicious.
yeah, had some gelato.
What I loved, they ask you cone or cup, whatever you want.
Mhm.
Even if you get a cup, it's still a cone.
Yeah,
So you still get to eat it.
it was pretty cool.
And I was like, dude, I would get a cup every single time.
Oh, yeah. Who needs a cone?
Yeah, who needs a cone if your cup is a cone?
Yeah.
And then we went on gondola. You know, you have to. You're in
Yeah.
Venice.
You
Gondola
have to.
is the boat rides that you guys see throughout
Yeah,
the
you
movies and the
know,
media.
the
Guys in
morning.
stripes,
I was about to bring that up too. That looked completely fire.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
it was so gorgeous.
How long was the boat ride on average?
It was quick.
It was supposed to be 30 minutes, but it felt very
Felt
short.
Very quick.
It felt like
yeah.
10, huh? Or like 15.
Yeah, we only lapped that block. That's all
Yeah,
we did.
pretty
Oh, you
much.
guys, is it like, okay, so the canal, is it in a sense like 2 miles wide? Like 2 miles long? Is it like a mile
It's
long?
I mean it's like a city, but like the streets, like the main streets you would see in a city are water.
Yeah, like you would like kind of go through like a bigger like canal and then go through the streets, which was like smaller and only fits like 1-2 gondolas at a time. Yeah.
There's over 150 in Venice.
How many is that compared to what you saw in Xochimilco?
Oh, dude, Xochimilco's one river. That's it.
Well, boat-wise.
Oh, boats? I mean,
Boats.
I don't. Dude, it's like cars. There's no cars.
Dude, that's insane. Well, I know in
once
Italy.
Once you get out of like the river area, yes,
Yeah,
it's like mainland.
The island of Venice is only boats.
You will not see a car.
Yeah, and then
I-
there's like a main island that they call it the main island, and that's where like cars are allowed, and that's where most of like the tourism like hotels are.
Yeah.
See, I was thinking the other way. I thought at least where you guys were at, there was like micro cars, like super small smart cars.
No.
or-
No.
So no cars at all.
No.
Wow.
Yeah,
All
their
foot
cargoes
traffic.
all by boat. Amazon's by boat.
Yeah, they have Amazon boats.
Yeah. It was so,
So my logic with that, because people do have like front doors on the water, which is kind of crazy.
That's so.
I don't think that maybe if you have an address that's on the water, the Amazon boat will just throw it off. But I think they have like a station where they drop off the packages, and then we saw multiple guys who were carrying like
yeah.
mules of like packages and stuff. So I'm assuming they pick up Amazon packages and then deliver by foot.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was really cool. I think that was my second favorite out of everywhere
Really?
we stopped. Yeah.
Wow, that was my least.
Yeah. Really? Venice?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
my-
yeah, 100%.
Okay. Now I gotta ask this: did it smell there?
No.
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 Mm-mm.
I had heard
I think there was
some.
like some cases where it was fishy, but like not
Yeah.
too many.
We did see some water peeking up through the sewer.
That was my next question. How
Yeah.
much did it peak up?
Only like a puddle.
A little bit.
Like-
yeah.
Oh, but did you see the canal? Like, if you're walking by the canals, do you see the water just like starting to go up onto the sidewalk?
No, because there's like sewers like they would see here, and you can see like one created like a decent sized puddle.
Yeah.
But then it
Nope.
that camera has stopped.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
it went back down by the time we came around a second time. So yeah, I mean the water didn't really affect it that much, and I've seen videos where it's completely
Yeah, no,
flooded.
it can get pretty
Yeah.
bad sometimes. That's why I was
Yeah.
like not
And then
worried
I think
for you
at
guys.
the end of the day, there was no water at
Yeah,
all.
it went back
like,
down.
You can see the tide going
Yeah.
up and down.
No shit.
Yeah, but I also love with this travel group they book excursions that you can do. So I'll let you talk about this one because you did it and I
Yes.
didn't. So go ahead.
37 out of 38 people went to wine tasting. The one person who did not was that one over there.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't regret it at all.
No, I know, because we talked about it beforehand.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest on wine, but I'll drink it. You
Yeah,
give me a cup,
we
I'll drink it.
tasted
But you know what,
together in Cleveland.
bro? 37 out of 38, my social anxiety would have just caved.
Yeah.
But
No, I was actually very happy because that window was the only time I had to go get souvenirs.
Oh.
Really?
I don't think anybody else, unless they got them when we were
I got that
out.
one sweater. That was like the only thing I got. In
Yeah,
Vegas.
unless we got them when we were out doing other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There was no other time.
Was that your guys' whole day doing the wine tasting?
That was like the second half
The
of the
night.
day. So we did wine tasting at this like family winery. We tasted 5 wines. The Nonna made us some homemade pasta, which was actually my favorite dish of the whole trip.
Delicious.
And we had so much fun. The grandpa, who is like the second owner of the winery, he was an old opera singer, so he sang us opera. Reminded me a lot about my grandpa, so I like teared up a little bit.
Aw.
It was such a sweet moment, really sweet time. So
As
we
I'm
had a lot
coughing
of
during the sweet
lot
moment.
of fun there. And then that night, that's when I went to the hostel and had more fun.
Yeah, but I it's whatever. I mean, I had people after that were like, when they found out I was the only one, they're like, dude, what? Like, and I had another guy before it happened that was like, it's Italy, it's wine.
Yeah.
And I was like, and
I know. I was like, I wish I had like his glasses of wine. I did not get drunk at all. I needed 10 glasses of wine.
As soon as they give you more,
Yeah,
leave the bottle.
pretty
here.
much.
And something we saw throughout most of Europe, every bottle you get, every single
my
one,
gosh.
the lids cannot do this. They do not come off.
Yeah,
They are stuck like this.
yeah. Like you really can't.
Oh, so
get
you
them
gotta
off.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every
Like
single
the
time?
amount of times I tried to like yank it off, and I'm like, what the hell? So you don't litter and drop your lid.
Yeah, like it's smart and I
Yeah.
get it, environmental friendly, but it
Yeah.
did get annoying. It kept like hitting my
I
nose.
was about to say drinking it sucks
Yeah.
Yeah.
for sure.
So that ended Italy,
Well, I was gonna say, didn't you guys visit like a cathedral or some kind of church?
and we passed by
Yeah,
some
we
probably.
just like went in one. real
Yeah.
quick.
We're like, ooh, cool.
Yeah,
Right on.
pretty much.
Then the next morning we moved to Austria.
Salzburg.
Well, before that, we went to the border of Austria and Italy in Vivapene or something like that.
Viva Pen.
That's where we went whitewater
Oh,
rafting.
I can't believe I almost skipped
I
over that.
know.
Dog.
Dude, I was so excited. You had been already prior.
Yes, yeah, that was my second time, but it's been like too long.
Yeah. I had never been. Art had never been. I was stoked. I was like, this is going to be a lot of fun. Art actually wanted to back out of the first 2 excursions. He ended up doing them both. The wine one, he was just so dead tired that he's like, I might just skip this, bro. He was telling me, going back to our room, he's like, I'm going to take the snap and we'll see how I feel. If I still feel like shit, I'm skipping out. And then he ended up going. And then for the whitewater rafting, he was like, I just don't want to get wet. I might skip out on this. I'm like, dude, just do it. Like, it's going to be fun. It was hella fun.
It was really fun.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that my right ankle is not big, blue, and purple.
Oh, yeah.
There was one part where we went under, like, probably down to here.
Yeah.
And me and her were the front of the boat.
Mm-hmm.
And it had to have been her oar.
Yeah.
And it smacked my right ankle.
Whoops.
And I was like, oh, something hit the hell out of my ankle.
Oopsie.
And there was another part too where you saw cows.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And-
I saw it on your video and I was like, I can see myself saying moo.
Yeah. And I completely missed them because right when she said it, I got bitch slapped by a wave.
Yeah.
Like straight up boom. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
It took me out of it. And she actually was not the front of the boat originally.
No, it wasn't.
Originally, it was another guy in our group named Jose. And dude, he could not hear the guy in the back for the life of him.
Oh
He was
no.
literally, he's like, all right, this way. And he's going this way.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, other way. And he's like, I'm doing that. And I'm like, no, you're
No,
not.
you're not.
No,
I'm
you're
like
not.
literally behind him watching him not do it right.
Yeah. And so the guy literally goes, do your ears not work?
Yeah.
And he turns
That's
around
how those Italians be.
and and he goes, yeah, no. And so he's like, okay, then switch.
Yeah.
And so her and him
So
switch.
then I got the bitch slapping.
Yeah,
Damn.
I feel like we took a lot of the water
Oh,
for most of the crew.
100%. We did.
How was it? It was good.
Ugh.
Like you're like,
We
just
also
drenched.
we also lost an oar, which I thought was
Yeah.
for another boat. It was for our own boat.
oh
Had
no.
no clue.
Ye-
I rescued it
Yep.
and was like, oh my gosh, what boat is this for?
Yeah. It was Art's. The whole time. I'm like, how did
Literally no clue.
Yeah, I don't know how it got that far ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was literally like 5 boats ahead. and
Yeah.
somehow it was arts.
What?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't know. We did not lose anybody on our boat. Nobody fell out.
Thank goodness.
Other boats, 2 Tylers in our group both fell out. They were both fine. Both made it back alive.
Yep.
And yeah, that kind of sucked after because like, yeah, we had a change of clothes, but like we didn't get to like shower.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, so
All
you just
day.
got that like river smell.
All
on
yeah,
you?
day.
all day.
Yeah.
All day.
Ooh.
So it was just a new set of clothes and body river smell.
Yep.
Like, and that's when we made it to Austria. We made it
Yes.
to Innsbruck first.
Yep.
Innsbruck.
Yeah, we experienced our first beer hall there.
Mm-hmm. That was
That was
super
pretty
fun.
cool. That's where we tried all the like nostalgic food like schnitzel and
Strudel,
the steins and strudel and
Love me a Stein.
yeah.
pretzel.
I actually
first
have a
pretzel of the
souvenir
trip.
stein. It's up there. I should have brought it down here.
I
But
know, I
it-
almost
it's-
brought mine.
Yeah, it's showing up there. But yeah, that's where we got our first taste of all that. We didn't really do much. We climbed a tower.
Yeah, the clock tower is cute. It was a
Yeah.
really cute town, like super like colorful buildings.
Yeah.
Very walkable.
Oh,
Loved it.
No kangaroos.
Mozart
No
lives.
kangaroos.
No kangaroos. Yeah, they don't like that. Mozart lives there. Was born there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good for him.
Wait, where was that? Was that
Was-
Salzburg? I think that was Salzburg.
I think it was Salzburg,
Ooh, getting
I
ahead
meant
of
Austria.
ourselves.
the country.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had these snapback beanies, which were pretty interesting.
Snapback beanie doesn't sound like up my alley at all.
Yeah, I tried one on. She thought it was fine at first.
Yeah.
Art
and then
and
I looked a little bit more.
Art and Jasmine were like,
Don't.
not the move.
Yeah.
Whatever. I wanted to make a fashion statement.
You should have got. You should have got it, but don't wear it.
Yeah.
Just have it
I didn't
sitting
check how
around.
much it was.
Hey, I've done that before. Have you done that? You get something you're like, I kind of like it.
That's
and
like my whole closet.
Yeah.
I only wear like 10 of my shirts.
It's true.
Now I gotta ask because I did see it in your post,
Mm.
dude. Tell me about that Porsche. What the hell is going
Porsche?
on in Austria?
Oh, that was very quick. I just saw a Porsche and I was like, I'll
That
take a
looks si-
picture.
It looked like a whole like
I'm
Red
not
Bull.
going to lie, I didn't spend a lot of time on it.
It looked like a whole
was that
Red
the
Bull
one
event.
with like the Red
Under
Bull
the Red
thing?
Bull thing, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I thought you guys did like some kind of thing, or it was like a pop up that was there while you were there.
I don't know.
I think there was a pop up, and that
Probably.
was like it just kind of sat there for a while. And we're like,
Yeah.
okay, let's move on.
Yeah, literally. I was just like, oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nice car.
Okay, so you were there for the day in Austria.
Yeah, that was one of our stays. We stayed in Salzburg. Where was the fortress? Was that Salzburg or
Yeah,
Innsbruck?
yeah. Salzburg was the fortress.
So we saw a fortress,
Mm-hmm.
and I made it every time. I was like, fortress.
Yeah.
Just because they called it a fortress, I wanted nobody to call
I
it a
know. I
castle.
kept calling it a castle.
I was about to disrespect that because that was my next question. Isn't Austria like buttload of castles, right?
Dude,
saw
Europe,
a
there's a
ton.
buttload of
Yeah.
castles.
I thought I was seeing one castle, and we saw like one a day at least.
Yeah.
Damn.
And that fortress we were at, they played like a simulation of like a war.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, that was crazy.
it was perfect timing. We just finished being inside, walked out, and then it starts going. We're like, oh shit, are we under attack? And a part of me was like, is it real? I hope not. It's kind of badass if it's just like a thing.
Dude,
Yeah.
hey chat. So I might die in this.
No,
I still don't think we know what happened.
I feel like they just play it to like simulate
Probably.
war back then. Like
Yeah,
we're under attack.
They must have for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I gotta admit, while we were there, half was like, "Oh, it's part of the experience," and the other half was, "Oh shit,
What is going on?
yeah,
Take cover.
is there a missile headed this way?" Like, good thing we're at a fortress.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool. And literally, there's parts in my video where I'm like, imagine like we're just like, hee hee, it's just
It's like cannonball. Bling.
yeah, literally. But that might have been one of the most epic views I think we
It
had.
was sick.
Yeah, if you got to the top, it looked like Game of Thrones to me. It looked like the enemy army is coming over the mountains. We're about to take them head on. Dragons are going to be clawing each other's eyes out. Like, that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It was really cool.
Yeah. But I don't really feel like much went on in Austria.
No, that was our nap day.
Was it?
Well, me and Jasmine, we were going to go to the beer hall, but we slept in too much.
That's what it was.
Yep.
I went, excuse me. I'm trying to recover.
Yeah.
He's doing this for you guys.
Yeah. Art and I went to like what I would consider like a legit beer hall. So you grab steins and you wash them out, like in this like community fountain thing.
Kind of cool, kind of nasty. Love it.
Yeah, and so I did mine like 3 times. I was like, and then you pay €7 to fill it up, and you go to this big ass like Hogwarts looking beer hall. And I was like, this is badass.
Do you pour the beer yourself, or do they bring them all?
No, you take it to a guy, and then he just fills it up for you.
Dope.
And I was like, dude, if I lived here, I'd be here with the homies every weekend.
Yeah.
Like,
Tons of beers, I'm guessing, like over 20.
well, if you just do the Stein thing, they just fill it up with whatever's in the big ass keg.
Oh.
But I did see like options, so I'm guessing like if you just want like something else, you could. But the beer honestly was fine, literally everywhere. Like I didn't ask for specific beers. I was like, just give me the beer.
Mm-hmm.
Did it all kind of taste the same out there?
Yeah, pretty much.
Right on. What would you compare to their beer to here? It'd be like an 805, like a Modelo Negra.
No,
Oh, not a Modelo.
I don't even know.
Blue Moon?
I'm a Hefeweizen person, so I was all up my alley. They have a lot of like wheat beers.
Yeah, wheat, blonde.
Yeah,
like-
a lot of lagers.
Yeah.
So
A lot of dark beers too, right?
they
No?
have some stouts. We didn't. Or only Jasmine got a stout in Austria, but most of the time it was like a lager or
Yeah.
a wheat beer of some sort.
Right on.
Yeah. But I loved that experience at the beer house, and then I think we took off the next morning. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was Munich Day.
Yeah, and then it was off to Oktoberfest.
One word. Prost.
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 That's cheers in German. And the first day we got there was kind of like a let me show you day. So our tour guide, Georgia, by the way, great tour guide. She took us to Oktoberfest, kind of like explained how the day is going to work tomorrow. She's like, okay, this is the place we have reserved. This is all the other beer houses. Like they're giant tents for just beer. That's it, basically.
Gotta love it.
It's basically like OC Fair on steroids.
Yeah.
I did not think it looked like a fairground at all, if I'm being honest. I don't know why. I thought in my brain it was going to be like hay all over the ground. like big wooden beer houses. Like that's what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But it legit, if you don't go on the side of the beer houses, it just looks like the OC Fair. There's lots of carnival rides and lots of food stands and stuff like that.
Well, those are the swings that you guys were all riding, right?
Yeah, I rode the swings. He semi-rode the Ferris wheel.
So yeah, we went through our practice day, and then we went back home, and then it was time for the real deal. Threw on the Lederhosen, the Drindles.
Hell yeah.
We had a reservation in, I don't even remember what it's called, Schlatten.
Oh, I got it right here. The Schottenhammer Spattenbrau.
Why
That
do you
one.
have it?
That one.
Because I love saying German things.
Way to be prepared.
I know.
Okay.
Schottenhammer
So yeah,
Spattenbrau.
we were supposed to start at 12. They let us in early, and
Yeah,
we started
11:30.
at 11:30, and we went all the way to 3:30.
Yeah, 4 hours of drinking.
just straight drinking, just don't.
I had 5.5.
5.5 Steins.
Yep.
I think I had three there.
I was about to say, is it Stein the biggest, or there's a boot, right?
It's a liter.
4 of them were free.
That's what we love to hear, man.
So everybody in our group got 2 free beers, and so I used my 2 free ones. And then me and the homie Christian, this is either a big no-no or a big party.
Yeah.
You decide. If you get up on the table and you chug your beer, if you complete it, you're going to get cheered to the heavens. If you don't, you're going to get booed
And
very,
potentially
very
kicked out.
badly and potentially kicked out.
Yeah.
Even if you complete it,
Yeah.
you still might get kicked
No.
out.
Yeah.
are you serious?
Yeah,
100%.
yeah. I totally forgot about that.
I was about to say, I saw the video of you doing it with Chris.
Yeah, and then our tour guide came over right after, and she was like, if you're going to do that, let me know. And I was like, why?
Yeah. Because they might come by.
Yeah.
They're gonna come back
They
and
might
kick
kick you out. So I was like, oh, shit, I forgot about that.
Oh
So after I did that, this other group of girls in our group gave me one for doing it. So that was another free one.
Right on.
And I was like, all right, sick. And then our table convinced Georgia to give me and Christian another free one. So that was 4 free ones.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I only paid for one. Hell yeah. And I had 5. And I had like a bratwurst for food there. You had ox.
Yeah, it was like an oxtail meal and like some cold potatoes.
Oh, wasn't that like super super tasty?
It was good. It was like kind of like meatloafy. Almost.
Yeah.
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 Pretty good.
Qué rico.
Yeah. And
And I got a giant pretzel.
oh yeah, the giant pretzels.
One of you guys got it. Was it the hot dog or the
Bratwurst.
bratwurst that you guys ate?
Bratwurst.
Bratwurst better than what we have here.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Better than the Costco hot dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. 100%.
That thing looked burnt though.
The beer's better there too.
Oh,
also.
the beer went down so smooth.
Apparently, from what I was told, 2 Steins is a 6-pack here.
Yeah.
So, in my calculations, I had 18 beers here.
Beautiful. We love
Like,
that.
I can't even imagine drinking 18 cans.
I had 15.
See, because you give us the 18 cans, and we're gonna look at it
No.
like
how many
That's
Stein,
kinda
how many
rough.
Steins
Nine.
did
I
you
think
have?
I had like 9 beers, which is actually not that bad for me.
Like, I just can't imagine 18 back home.
Yeah.
No.
See,
And
'cause
they're
again,
like 6% beers too.
open it.
Oh yeah,
open
they're
it.
6%.
Yeah.
The Steins.
That's not. I mean, that's pretty strong.
It's stronger
Yeah,
than
it's
here. A
stronger
little bit, but
than a
Isn't
Modelo.
here like 3 or like 4, like 2 maybe?
yeah. So,
Shit, you guys were partying up.
well, our time ended. We moved on to another beer house, and Austin was starting to lose
Feel
it a
it,
little
Mr.
bit.
Krabs. He was feeling it, Mr. Krabs.
Actually, before that, we went on a Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, what happened on the Ferris wheel?
I was surviving.
I
was in
wasn't
the
on it. I
trenches.
thought that was a dumb idea.
Okay, was the Ferris wheel like the Disneyland as we know, where it like swings back and forth?
No.
No, it's just like a giant kind of London Eye looking.
Yeah.
one.
But still, the act of going up, the inertia of like going up,
Yeah, yeah,
coming
but
down.
it didn't swing.
dude, you must have been like,
Yeah,
I
he
was just like
he was
holding for
dry
dear life.
heaving
I
from
wa-
what I've been told.
I was just like, "Where's the group going?" And yeah,
I stayed and drank cocktails.
somehow to not let it out on on there. Then we went to the next beer house. I was like, dude, I'm not gonna make it. So this is where the night started to go like down big time, honestly.
no.
So Art's like, come with me to the restroom. Okay, I'm like, all right, we'll make it. So I made it to the big doors. That's where I threw up for the first time. I did not make it to the restroom.
oh,
Threw up right there on the floor. I was just, ugh. I'm like, okay, we're gonna make it to the bathroom. I make it probably like 10 steps farther. Right in my hand.
Happens sometimes.
dude. You know what? I'm right there with you, brother. That happened to me in that happened to me in Tulum.
Dude, I literally carried it until I saw a trash
Oh
can.
god.
I literally was just like, oh, thank God. I just threw it in there. Then I went in the bathroom, just washed my hands good, like took a nice piss, and I was like, all right. And honestly, it felt like a reset button. I was
Yeah,
like,
he was like weirdly better after that.
yeah, even they were like, Cheyenne, I remember Cheyenne and Jasmine saying, yeah, that was like the best recovery I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was the craziest 360 to be honest.
Bro ate a sensu bean.
Yeah, I felt great after. Like, I could have done 5 more, I'm not going to lie. And then even that night, I went to go eat McDonald's with them
Yeah.
down in our lobby. Like, I was chilling.
Yeah.
Like, that throw up was just like, it's like they say, just let it
You
out.
need it.
You got to let it
Let it
out and
go.
you'll feel better.
Let it out. 10 minutes of zen, and then go back at it.
So, yeah, I made it back to our table. Reminder, I was probably the drunkest out of everybody at this point. Art was not at our table. I'm like, where's this guy,
I
Art?
think that was my fault.
Why?
Was that his
we-
story and like his post about him meeting new people?
Oh, that was later.
That's later.
Yeah.
But
But no,
ho-
he came out of the bathroom and I was like, where the heck's Austin? Like, I'm like, you need to be a buddy here. Like,
Yeah.
Be a friend. Go find your friends. Like,
Not him
he's
leaving you in
probably
another country.
Well, I came out of the bathroom
Yeah.
and I was like, where's Art? And I was like, well, I know where our table is.
I feel like when I sent him back, he got lost.
Probably.
That's what I think happened.
Yeah. Because I walked down, I'm like, where's Art? Whatever. I know where our table is. I made it back to our table. No problem. And then I'm like, dude, where is this guy? So I'm like texting him, like, dude, where are you? And he's like, dude, I went to our table. Nobody's there. I'm like, that's crazy because I'm at our table and everyone's here.
It was so
I was like, if my drunk ass found our table, how can you not find our table? 4 hours go by.
Yep.
And
At that point, it started raining, and we said we need to leave.
yeah,
Oh.
started to, I wouldn't say pour, but it did start to rain. And I was like, dude, everyone's starting to like, the tension is building. Like, everyone's like, okay, beer, rain, I feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then nobody like stuck together. Like everybody split into like twos.
Hey, we had to take Ubers. You got to split up.
And so
That's true.
I wound up with Jasmine and our friends Christian and Emily. And I'm like, okay, I'm still determined to find Art. And I'm like, okay, Art, you were with me yesterday on our like test day. Our tour guide said this is the meeting point. If we ever need to find each other, go to the
Christian
Lion.
was gone. You were with Christian?
Yeah. Up until a certain point.
Okay. I was like,
And
what?
then, so I'm like, Art, go to the Lion. And he's like, I'm at the Lion. And I'm like, no, you're fucking not, because I'm at the Lion. And then I see him a distance away. And I'm like, yeah, you're not at the Lion. And I hang up and I go get him. And I'm like, this is the Lion. You're not at it. So I finally get him. And I'm like, dude, how? What happened? And he's just like, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, all right, look, I've had my fun. I think I experienced it right. It's raining. I'm uncomfortable. I think it's time to go back to the hotel. And he goes, I've only had 2. By the way, we've been there since 11, and
Definitely did not have to.
and it is 8 o'clock. And he's like, I've only had 2. I still haven't done Oktoberfest. And I'm like, oh, guess what? I'm going home. And Emily wanted to go home as well. Art did not. Christian did not. And I was like, dude, I don't care. Emily, you want to go back? I will take us back. And it just got to the point of like, whatever, do your own thing. And then he went on his way, and Christian was going to go with us. And then apparently he turned around and was like, nah, and met up with Art again. And made it back to the hotel, and our tour guide gave us all the directions on how to get back with the subway. I said, dude, I am too like annoyed right now to even try. I'm taking an Uber.
Yeah, I think we all did that.
Yeah. So made it back, and like half the tour group that knows me and Art are homies are like, bro, who's your homie? You just leave him? And I'm like, he didn't want to come back. I'm not going to deal with it.
Should have hit him with a grown ass man.
Yeah,
He'll be all right.
He was one of the oldest on the group. He'll find his way.
He's wise.
Although I know he is terrible with the subway system. Hey, you're learning though. Art, you're learning though. we got you some experience points in Tokyo. But yeah, he ended up Ubering back as well.
I don't think anyone's gonna try and put up with the subway system if you're sloshed coming off of Oktoberfest
And drenched in rain.
and wet.
Yeah.
There's no way.
No thanks.
So were you guys there for a total of 2 days in Munich?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think that was like the only experience we did was Oktoberfest. That was the experience
Yeah,
of the
that's
trip.
exactly why we're there.
You guys also saw 2 castles in Munich,
We went the
or was it
next
just like a
day.
lookout?
that was like transferring to Switzerland.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that was Neuschwanstein.
Neuschwanstein.
So that's what you saw the Hogwarts castle.
No.
No, that's
Alan
Sleeping
said that
Beauty
too.
Castle.
So it's the inspiration for our Disneyland castle.
Yes.
It looks like Hogwarts.
No, Sleeping Beauty.
Alan swiped up on my story and he said, Hogwarts Castle? And I'm like, no, Disney Castle.
And he has a Disney pass.
He does.
I'm so disappointed.
Yeah. So, no, it is the inspiration for the one here in California. Walt Disney saw it and he was like, that.
Yep.
I want
exactly.
that.
Let's
And he
bring
did it.
that.
Yeah.
But it's pink.
Yeah. And King Louis, the one who wanted that castle, had that castle made.
No, King Ludwig.
Ludwig.
Yeah,
Lud-
Ludwig
I was about to
the
say
second.
Louis.
Yeah, he had it commissioned. And then he was found in a river nearby, drowned.
Yep.
Yeah.
With a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Him and the psychiatrist bit the bullet.
Together, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
A mystery.
Yeah. They say it was suicide. I highly doubt that.
Sounds like whoever
Definitely
built the castle was like, yo, this is sick. I want it now.
They could have been.
It could be. That was his vacation castle, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't even like the castle for him to live at. It was the one to get him away from being a king.
Yeah. He didn't even want to be king, so they thought he was psycho. I'm not even kidding.
What?
Yeah.
They're like, you don't want to be king? You must be mental.
Are
Yeah,
you crazy?
They called him the Mad King.
Yeah.
The Mad King.
And so that was a great view. The bridge where you can see the castle, I think you need to shut it down for a week and do some refurbishment because those planks are
It
like.
was fine.
It was fine, but like,
Okay, thick ass wooden planks
yes.
across the bridge.
But I don't prefer stepping onto a bridge that goes like.
It's historical, bro. Can't touch it.
I wonder if they bungee jump off of it.
Oh no, that's gonna break off.
Yeah, I would not be. I already don't like the thought of bungee jumping alone. Like,
Let alone off that bridge.
yeah, off that bridge is a whole different story. And yeah, that castle was a dope view to go see. And that took us to Liechtenstein, which is a top 10 smallest country. And when I looked that up, I started to wonder if you even knew this. Did you know Monaco is one of the smallest countries ever?
Yep.
Ooh.
Do you know what number it is?
I don't know I'm gonna guess it's probably like 2 or 3, just because I'm not even kidding, Shy. When I was there, I walked into Monaco without even realizing it.
Yeah.
The only way you know is if you look up and see the red and white banners of the King of Monaco. Yada yada yada.
So it's Vatican City,
Yeah.
and then it's Monaco.
Yes.
Nice.
I literally
Good
looked
guess,
it
good
up
guess.
to see where Liechtenstein was, and I was like, "Oh, Liechtenstein's number 6." And then I was like, "Wait, Monaco's number 2." Mobo just went to Monaco. How did he not bring up that he went to a top 10 smallest country?
I didn't even know it was a top 10 smallest country. I just knew it was tiny as hell.
Yeah, number 2.
I think like the wideness or like the length of the country, I think is like 2 or 3 kilometers.
Number 2 in the
Legit
world.
nothing.
And so yeah, we stopped there very quickly, like
So
45 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
She was really like, "Go see Liechtenstein, but be back in like 40 minutes."
Yeah, pretty much. So we didn't do much.
Yeah.
But we were in it.
Yeah, I just had food.
Okay.
That's all I did. I got food and souvenirs to say I was in Liechtenstein.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got back on the bus, made it to,
Lucerne.
yes, Lucerne.
Mm-hmm.
And then we saw one of the oldest, like, passenger bridges of all
Yeah, it was
time.
like the oldest wooden bridge, like oldest standing wooden bridge.
Was it still working or just standing?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
we were
yeah,
able to like
yeah.
walk through it. Apparently, it caught on fire, but they were able to battle it, so
Yeah.
it never went down.
Wow.
That's where we had fondue
Heck
in
yeah.
Switzerland.
Cheese
And
fondue?
by the
Cheese
way,
and
the
chocolate.
Padres just secured game 3.
Yay!
Ladies and gentlemen, Padres are up 2-1. Best of 5.
Heck
I
yes!
had my eyes on the TV
love
this
to
whole
see
Oh, I know.
it.
I know. As soon as I saw the 3 outs about to happen, I was like,
I kept like
I know. I kept looking up. I'm like,
I
we're all,
know.
we're all
we at?
locked in,
Where we
guys.
I kept peeking. I kept seeing 9th inning. Okay, 2 outs. Can we come on? Okay, let's go. Anyways,
yes.
yeah, we had fondue,
Yeah.
Cheese and chocolate. As she
cheese
just
and
told us.
chocolate. Yes. And I found out later this was the group we happened to be there at the same time as, but we weren't eating with. Found out that one of the girls was like, "Wait, but I don't eat cheese." After the cheese was brought, I was like, "Do you know what fondue is?"
Why are we getting fondue?
Why does she not like understand that it's fondue? Like cheese is fondue, not fondant. It's fondue.
But it was good as hell. I think that might have been the first time I've ever had fondue.
It was good.
Yeah, it was very good.
Yeah.
The cheese is my favorite over the chocolate. I'd prefer that.
I would eat more of the cheese. Yeah.
Was it like a white cheese? Was it like a stinky cheese?
It
yellow
was
cheese?
herbal.
Yeah, we had like an herbal cheese, so it had like herbs. Like,
And the other one started with an M.
and then it was like a Monte.
Oh,
I think it
Munster?
had like Gruyere. Gruyere is like their top cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Gruyere.
So that was very good. And we got Swiss Army knives. Oh, mine's actually right here.
I didn't bring
A
mine. but
Swiss
I got
Army
2.
knife
Look at
from
that.
Switzerland,
Yeah.
Real.
engraved with my initials.
AMK. I thought it was Amtrak.
No.
Dude, sick.
So yeah. Everybody got to do one of those.
So how many functions is in this?
We got to choose.
Yeah.
I got the
Wine opener?
Mountaineer.
Oh, I got that one too.
Yeah.
Nice.
I
Can you
think
open it up? I don't know how to
it
open
has a
up.
knife.
Honestly,
It has
really
a wine opener. It's got a lot of stuff.
Knife.
So
Yeah.
it's got a knife.
Yeah.
And just for those viewers, do not bring that onto a plane.
No.
No.
We had to check these bad boys. in.
Yeah, we had
Or
to
a
check
boat.
that.
Why can't I
Like
get this
like a
out?
cruise ship.
Yeah, no, they don't allow it.
Yeah.
Can't get the corkscrew out.
Yeah, it's tough to get the
There we go.
objects out.
Wine.
Yeah.
There's a message on there.
Oh yeah, the camera
Oh, gotta read
needs
that
to be recorded again. But yeah, we made our stop over there, got our Swiss knives, and you also, by the way, pretty much anywhere you see a fountain in Europe, can drink out of it.
Yes.
If you didn't know
And
that.
it's actually delicious.
Yeah, it's like crystal clear water.
Any fountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
They'll literally have them on the sidewalk. Don't get it from the puddle that it's spitting into.
No.
Get it from the fresh like spew.
Yeah. When you see a lion's head vomiting, that's good water.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, made it to Switzerland, did Lucerne very quickly, which sucked for me because whenever we made these quick stops, we weren't allowed to go get our bags from under the bus.
Yeah.
So I just had to wear a t-shirt and it was pouring rain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and
damn.
I wasn't even cold. I was just wet. I was
Yeah.
like, I hate being
Still
wet.
uncomfortable,
That's
though.
where we
Yeah.
saw the lion thing too.
Yes.
That was cool.
Yeah, a lion, giant lion carved into a rock.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
imagine-
a monument.
Yeah, imagine Mount Rushmore, but a lion.
Yeah.
Damn.
Sick.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Mhm.
not as big, but still epic and awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I'd take a lion over 4 heads.
Yeah. Me too.
I got to say this. Every picture that I saw of you guys in Switzerland legit looked like you guys were just walking through like a Windows screensaver.
It looked like
It was
that.
absolutely insane. Now, I want to take a quote that Mrs. Cheyenne here, well, Miss Cheyenne,
Hi.
she said, wherever every view is a postcard worthy moment.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, I think Switzerland was easily all of our favorite stop in the whole
Mhm.
trip.
It was
real shit.
so
Yeah.
sick.
I got to ask though. Titlis.
Yeah.
Oh, Mount Titties? Yeah.
Titties.
Titties. I love
Tittle-
titties.
That's what we like to call you.
Yeah.
Well, I love some titties, so tell me all about titties.
So that's part of the Swiss Alps, which I till
It
this
was
day I
in
think
a
is
town of Engelberg.
So
Yeah.
technically you guys were on the Alps.
Yes.
yeah.
We
No,
were in the
not
Swiss Alps.
technically. We were.
We were in the Swiss Alps.
Damn.
It's like she said. So at the bottom was the town of Engelberg, which is where we stayed.
Okay.
And then the gondolas take you up to Mount Titlis,
Yeah.
which is in the Swiss Alps, which is dope. Every time I say it, I'm like, we were in the Swiss Alps,
Yeah.
which
Sick
is
as heck.
So you gotta say it. You gotta
sick
flex
as hell.
Yeah.
You don't think
This
I bring up
was
Monaco randomly?
The
Come
best
on.
day ever.
Yeah. And we made it all the way up. First thing we did was like go to this viewing platform, which we got a brief good view of because there was a
Yeah.
lot of cloud, a lot of fog that was
Mhm.
blocking the peaks. But in that rare instance where we could see the peaks, it was dope. And then Christian, who is in a relationship with Emily, comes over to me and he goes, "Hey, can you film this on your good camera?" And I'm like, "Oh, what are you gonna do?" And so he walks over, he makes a turn to me, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, he's doing it." He just, grabs her hands, gives the whole, "We've been dating for this long. I love, blah, blah, I love you, blah, blah, blah." And then he gets down on me, and I'm like, "Oh, shit, here we go.
It was happening.
Here we go."
Oh my God, it's happening!
Yeah, literally.
I sobbed.
And-
I was sobbing.
Dude, how long have they been together?
2 years.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And our group, that wasn't obviously them, was like, she took a minute to like
She did. I was
respond.
like, girl, come on.
Dude, no.
I'm like, is she gonna say yes? Like, come on.
you like, you move the camera. You can say yeah.
But yeah, she did say yes.
Mhm.
And it's something they had talked about and been planning for a while. They had gone like ring shopping to, what does she want and all that.
Prettiest ring ever.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
He made when did he tell you?
He told us like a few days before, and he was like, I'm gonna do it this trip.
Yeah.
But he never told us like when. And then like kind of forgot about it for a little bit. And
Yeah.
then right as soon as he took her hands, I was like, oh, it's happening. Pull out my phone, started crying. It was gorgeous, beautiful. Oh my
That's
gosh.
awesome.
Yeah.
So happy.
Like, I don't think I know anybody that has a better proposal that I personally know in my
Yeah.
life.
Mm-mm.
Like, you can't beat the Swiss Alps.
Literally, and the sun was peeking out. It was gorgeous. You could see the glaciers
Yep.
behind them.
I think the only thing that might be better is to propose in space, but I mean,
Space.
that's probably gonna be the best thing you're gonna get. I mean, the Alps. Are you kidding me?
I'm trying to think of all my engaged/married friends. I don't know where Taylor did it, if I'm being honest.
I think he did it at the his middle school or something.
Oh, at a park. He did
Yeah,
do
it
it
was
at
in
a
a
park.
park. Yeah.
I'm about to say a middle school.
No, it was a
Yeah,
park.
It was like where they kind of met.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Bobby did it on PCH.
Yeah.
Why do I feel like he would do
Romantic.
it in the middle of Harbor House or like as soon as you get into Harbor House?
Oh, I could have seen that.
It
too.
was somewhere that meant something to them. I remember him saying that. But I mean, like, dude, I think Swiss Alps and then everybody else.
Like I said, I think space can only beat it.
Or, another epic view.
Yeah.
Maybe like, I don't know, Pompeii.
Oh. Yeah, Pompeii.
In the volcano, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of epic locations.
Okay. How about Bora Bora? Right where like
That'd
you,
be a
like,
good one,
walk
a
on the
tropical
water.
beach.
Cutesy.
That's fucking hard.
That could be up there. Not going to lie.
Mm-hmm.
I just want fireworks involved for mine.
Oh, dude,
Oh,
Chinese
damn.
New Year.
Chinese New Year.
That'd be
In China?
crazy. In China.
Wow.
Okay.
Down.
I don't know what part of China, but China.
Find China.
Find China.
That was like the first part on the mountain.
That was
like
right
so
in the morning.
Yeah, so we had like a whole day still.
Damn.
So only like 3 other people in our group were up there to experience that. So nobody else knew. So the whole rest of the time we're like we did this like glacier cave where we were inside a glacier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that the
So
tunnel?
sick. Yeah,
that
it
you
was
guys
a
were,
tunnel.
Yeah. So
cool.
that was inside a glacier. That was pretty badass.
It was really
Damn.
cool.
Then we did a suspension bridge, which was really dope.
Mm-hmm.
Great views up there. That's all the like Windows desktop pictures you saw.
Yep.
And then we had food.
Yes.
What do the Swiss people eat in the
Yeah,
Alps?
we got lunch.
I had a pizza.
Yeah, we went to like a cafeteria. I got
Yeah.
bratwurst.
My
As I
logic
should.
was, Swiss cheese, pizza, maybe be really good. Yeah, it was like cafeteria pizza.
I had a hot chocolate and a prosecco.
Oh, I
at the
did have
same
hot
time.
chocolate.
Prosecco.
That shit was so good. And then after that, we went all the way back down,
Halfway down.
halfway down, because Georgia, our tour guide, told us there's a nice lake that we should all go check out. And the adventure that we went on,
Best day ever.
like, normal people just have a walk around the lake. Nah, we turned this walk around the lake into like the best way to end the trip.
Yeah.
Like,
So many side quests.
yeah, we got on these like very, very, very sketchy boats.
Yeah.
You just step in these boats and they want to go wee.
Yeah,
and like,
you were like free to row on them too in
Yeah.
the lake if you wanted
Oh,
to.
shit.
it literally said, take the boat at your own risk.
Yep.
And battery died on my camera.
Damn. So, how was the rest of Swiss for you?
Well, getting into that day. So I saw that there was a waterfall by the lake, and anytime I see waterfall, I'm down to go explore. So we decided to kind of start going around the lake. They said it was going to be like a 55-minute walk around to get
That's a big ass
the
lake.
entire lake would be like 55 minutes. We took way longer than 55 minutes. As we're walking, we literally, like, it is fog. You can't see anything. It is so cloudy, and it literally just looks like the creepiest, scary movie you could think of. And you just see, like, a silver slide in the distance.
It straight
on
up
the
gave
playground.
Crystal Lake from like Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Dude, that must have been so sick to see, though.
Yeah. So we approached the silver slide. I went down it because I took one for the team.
Not gonna lie, I think we all thought it was gonna be like Boston Cop. Have you seen the video of the Boston Cop where he zooms down the aluminum slide?
Yeah. We all
No, but I've seen a bunch of memes and like videos of people like that on those.
That's
silver
what we
slides.
thought it was gonna be.
Dude,
like.
those are like deadly as shit.
Yeah, it was
Not this one.
Don't tell me you were.
No,
I literally went skirt, skirt, and
I
I was already wet from the boat, so it like did not help.
That probably would have helped.
No,
You
it
would
just like
think.
caught on my jeans.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
damn.
Yeah, I didn't even put it in the video because it was so like anticlimactic.
Yeah.
I was just like,
Go, Shy, go.
but,
Literally.
there was also a zip line there, which
Yeah.
was really dope. A lot of us had fun on that, zooming back and forth. And we kept our walk going. There was like a little restaurant bar kind of thing.
Picked up some beers.
Picked up some beers there. Then we had this one stop where this girl Brianna in our group was like, "There's a path over there," and I'm like, "All right, yeah." So she goes up by herself, just goes. Then like 3 other people follow her, and we're like, "Well, are we going that way?" And she's like yelling the waterfalls that way. She's like, I hear the current. I hear the waterfall." And we're like, "Okay." And like they all go, and no one tells us. They're all on the other side of this mountain. And so we're like, "Well, okay." And I'm like, "All right, I'll go up and I will relay the word," since nobody else did. So I go up and I look over and they're all in this valley, like running. And I'm like, "What's the deal?" And "It's over here." I'm like, "Okay, well, they all say it's over there. But since I have eyes, you guys go that way because that path is just going to take you there anyway.
Yeah.
Don't climb this. There's no point." And so we do that, and then they gave up. They're like, yeah, whatever. And so they all turn around. We get back on the path where we originally were. And I did this challenge throughout the entire trip where I wanted to play catch in every country for a part of the video. And I was like, "Oh, let's complete it here in front of the lake." The sky was opening up.
Yeah,
We
it
could
was
really see the
so
lake.
pretty.
It was the best view finally. And so we complete it. But then one of our tour group friends is like, "Throw it to me now." And he has no glove. So I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm not going to laser it, but like I'll float it."
Yeah.
I float one to him. bounces, goes off his chest. I'm like, all right. And then he throws it back and he's like, yeah, we're playing catch. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, like we're playing catch now. And so I take it again. This one hits him no bounce, straight on. And he drops this one and it goes barreling down the mountain.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, brother. And I'm like, whatever. We have so many baseballs back home. He didn't give a fuck. He was like, no, I got it. He goes all the way down, takes off his pants, and gets in the Swiss Alps lake.
Yeah.
And he's like, we're like, dude, your legs have to be freezing. And he's like, no, I'm good. I'm warm. I believe him. He wasn't shaking.
He looked like he was chilling.
Yeah.
I was like, I kind of want to go down there now.
Yeah. And he got the ball.
Damn.
Bought him a beer later that night. And I got to say, the end of that night was the perfect end to that trip.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
a great night at the bar, great night with all the homies.
I was about to say, was that the little club that you guys had fun
It
at?
was
Yeah,
a-
it
it
was a
was-
bar in the hostel. Coolest thing
Oh,
ever.
dope.
We knew the bartender by the second night. He was super
Well,
fun.
she did.
Yes, I did. We may have made really good friends with one of the bartenders who gave us free shots all night. So we had a really good time for
Love
our
it.
last night.
Yeah.
Love it.
I like that night.
Yeah.
So tell me, how was the morning after? Was it a long day
Great.
traveling?
I felt
I
fine.
thought I was going to miss the bus, to be honest. But
Oh, no, yeah. I was on the bus. I'm like, where's Cheyenne and Jasmine?
my roommate thought we were on the 9 a.m. I was like, what the heck? Was nobody going to come check for us?
And some of the people, because we were on the 7 a.m., some of the 9 a.m.s came down to like say goodbye. I was like, you guys are some good people. I would have been in the bed like, see ya.
Yeah.
Like, safe travels.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not getting up. Like, I still got 2 more hours.
I'm rested.
Exactly. But yeah, overall, it was a great, fantastic, fun trip. Brought home a ton of souvenirs, fun memories.
Yeah.
And yeah, we had to dress up for the occasion for the episode.
Heck yes.
All right,
Gotta
guys.
get used out of this.
Yeah.
I got one more question for you guys.
Sure.
Moved to, wouldn't go back, born in.
Ooh, good one.
What countries out of these 4 would you choose for what?
I would move to Switzerland. It was such a nice, like, I'd move there later in life. It was
Definitely
so
slower life.
peaceful, slow, nice, cool weather,
Very quiet.
quiet, beautiful scenery, greenery everywhere you look. If you want to go up to the top of the Swiss Alps, you can. So that was moved to. What were the other ones?
Moved to, born in, and then wouldn't go to again.
Born in Germany. Germany had a lot of history, a lot of cool architecture, and then would never go to again. Honestly, just because there wasn't much like there, and there wasn't much like to go see. For me, it's Austria.
Yeah.
Like, they're just, it's cool that we got to check off Austria, but like, we didn't really do much. Like,
I was going to say, on the way that you made the itinerary sound, it sounded like it was just kind of like almost like a pit stop. It's kind of on the way. We'll just stop here.
it's weird because it wasn't, because it was like one of the destinations. It was Italy, Austria, Germany, Switzerland. But like, I just feel like there was no like wow moment in Austria. And I had wow moments in all the other ones.
All right.
I have a different answer.
Yeah, I knew she would.
Yeah.
What we got?
So I would move to Munich, Germany. Yes. Especially like now, I could definitely like see myself going like next year. Like it's just very livable, the most like city like.
Yeah.
I have an office there apparently, like an accounting office.
Well,
like
there you
I
go.
literally could go there.
What?
So there's like opportunities there, and
Yeah.
it's also fun and cultural, and there's like just so much to see. So definitely would love to move to Germany. Never go back. Personally, Venice. I liked it. I'm so glad I get to say like I went. I got to go on a gondola before it sinks. But out of like the Italian like cities, like that's the one that I wouldn't go back to. Like I'd probably go back to like Rome again, or I would go and like try to visit like Florence or Sicily before I ever went back to Venice. It was just like a little too bougie for me.
Is it one of those spots where you feel like if you hit it, you hit it. If not,
Yeah,
don't
like
matter.
I'm like I did and I'm done type of thing. So I'm good now. And then I would say born in would be like Switzerland. I think you would have such a good life like being from like Switzerland. I mean, I am Swiss. But like just seeing like the kids actually playing in the playgrounds and stuff. There's
True.
playgrounds galore. Like honestly, like best place to be born in, I think. And like, just like the health aspects too. Like I think
True.
it's so much cheaper like for healthcare there too. So,
Speaking of playgrounds, the playgrounds in Switzerland, especially around that lake, I swear they're designed to injure your children.
Well, same thing back home. I don't know about you guys growing up, but my playground had like the gnarliest fucking wood chips you could even imagine.
That's the least of the problem.
Yeah.
What are you talking
Dude,
about?
at least the playgrounds here, there is a ladder with bars
Yeah.
and steps to
They
go
don't
up.
believe in ladders.
Like,
So
dude,
is it just a step to jump onto?
one of the ways to go up, I'll show you in the video. One of the ways to go up was just straight a log. Like,
Yeah.
like
You have
no
to
bars,
jump.
no steps. Like,
Oh, just balance yourself all
Yes.
the way up?
And then
on
to
a-
get onto the slide, I had to like kind of like ninja around.
oh yeah,
it.
it wasn't like an easy path up. I was
Yeah.
looking at it. I was like, how do you get up this?
Yeah, he
Dude,
was
they
like,
wanna
why
make
are you
you work
taking
for
so
it.
long? Like,
Yeah, for real. They really do want to put you through hell to get on the simplest of platforms. But yeah, overall, a very fun trip. I cannot wait for the next one, whatever it'll be. I know we're
I think
thinking
I know
of
which one.
Greek islands.
Heck yeah,
Yeah.
more
Greek
girlies.
Island.
We really want to do a trip with our tour guide again. Our tour guide was great, and she told
I
us
loved her.
she's trying to get Greek islands for September next
yeah.
year.
Mm-hmm.
So, if she secures it, she's going to let us know. That's a possibility. I know me and Art have been talking about Iceland, Africa. Those are both ones I would love to do. I'd want to see the Northern Lights, do a safari.
Africa would be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would
sick.
be 100% out of your element.
Yeah.
Like legit, because everywhere you've been to, there's been that city aspect or like, oh, it's just kind of homey here, I'm homey there. No, over there, for sure you'd get culture shock. I think I gotta go there.
Yeah. I
How
mean,
are you?
every time I travel, I get culture shock. Like I said, this time it was with the lids and like how they just refuse to come off no matter, like, we don't have that. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, the more I travel internationally, the more I'm like, maybe it's time to get out of America.
100%.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching this episode of Off the Field Podcast.
Thank you, Chartreuse Cheyenne, for joining
Thanks
us
for
today.
having me. Super fun.
Yeah, I want to make that clear. We always dance around it. Her name is Cheyenne.
Yeah.
Cheyenne.
Cheyenne.
La Cheyenne.
Just
For those.
unfortunate that she ended up with Chartreuse. It's softball. It should be Cheyenne. It is Cheyenne. So when we say Cheyenne, we're saying her real name.
Spelled
Shy
with
Pie
an
37.
A. Spelled with an A.
Yeah. Our audio goes up 7 a.m. Thursdays on Spotify and Apple.
Ladies and gentlemen, the video hits Friday, 7 a.m. So make sure you have the notification bell on. Like, comment, subscribe, share it to everybody you know. And we'll be here for 88.
88, baby.
Heck yeah.